Hello, welcome to the SHARP workshop. SHARP stands for Shape Recovery from Partial Texture 3D Scans. This year is the first edition of the workshop, held in conjunction with ECCV 2020 and exceptionally as a virtual event. This workshop is mostly articulated around a challenge with multiple tracks. It is sponsored by the S&T Center at the University of Luxembourg and by Artec 3D, a leader in 3D handheld scanners. This presentation is more of a teaser to overview a bit the workshop, what it is about, its tracks, schedule, and program. So let's start with the goal. SHARP aims to promote concepts that exploit both shape and texture in the processing of 3D scans, and specifically this year, in the task of recovery from partial data. Indeed, recently, many successful learning-based approaches have been developed for 3D shape reconstruction. However, very little has been proposed for reconstructing full 3D objects with shape and texture. So the motivation of this workshop is to promote using both texture and shape in 3D scan recovery from incomplete data. We had started this effort back in 2018 by releasing the 3D Body Tech dataset, or 3D Body Tech V1. This dataset is composed of 400 watertight textured body meshes with close-fitting clothing. This data was captured with the Shopify booth of Artec 3D. The data offers a unique high-quality texture, which we believe opens new possibilities for original developments, such as 3D pose estimation from 2D images, improved body model fitting, and full body reconstruction, which is one of the tracks of this first edition of SHARP. In this challenge, we offered access to two new datasets. The first one is 3D Body Tech V2, which is an extended version of 3D Body Tech V1. It contains over 3,000 body scans, 800 in tight clothing, and 2,500 in casual clothing, with up to 6 various poses per subject. Each scan is provided with features, 20 body joints, 42 finger joints, and 5 facial landmarks. We note, however, that for privacy reasons, faces are blurred both on geometry and texture. A second dataset was made available as a subset from Artec 3D's repository of 3D scans called ViewShape. Can be found at viewshape.com. So this dataset is called 3D Object Tech. It contains over 2,000 various generic objects with 10 to 100K faces and vertices and texture atlases of 4K by 4K. So the task of the challenges is to reconstruct a full 3D textured mesh from a partial 3D scan. The first challenge is for human body recovery, and the second challenge is for generic object recovery from partial data. The first challenge on human bodies has two tracks. Track 1 concerns the recovery of large regions of human body scans, including clothing and body parts, except for hands and facial features, which are ignored. The training and testing data are samples of the 3D Body Tech V2 dataset, and participants were provided with scripts to randomly generate partial data for training. The second track of the first challenge focuses on reconstructing finer body details such as hands, ears, and fingers. In this case, ground truth data was created artificially by fitting the SimpleX model to real body scans, then simulating the 3D scanning process. This is why, in this case, the texture is not used for evaluation. Finally, Challenge 2 consists in reconstructing textured 3D scans of generic objects from the newly introduced 3D Object Tech dataset. The SHARP Challenge kicked off in February 2020 and lasted until this week, with the last submissions on Tuesday. Results will be revealed on the workshop day on Sunday. Winners will share an overall prize of 6,000 euros, generously offered by our sponsor and partner Artec 3D. So do connect with us on Sunday on Zoom. The winners will be announced in the second session. We'll also have two amazing plenary talks by Professor Didier Strecke, Director of the German Research Center for Artificial Intelligence, and by Hao Li, CEO and co-founder of Pinscreen. The program is split into two live sessions. We'll have talks by the challenge finalists, two plenary talks, announcement of winners, analysis of challenge results, and a live panel discussion involving great panelists such as Hao Li and David Fofi. During this panel discussion, we'll be able to take and answer questions live. Finally, let me thank all the supporters of this first edition of SHARP, starting with the organizers, but also the former and current members of the CVI2 research group at the SNT, with special thanks to Kostas and Anis. Thank you also to all participants in the 3D Body Tech datasets, which is an ongoing effort that started back in 2017. We look forward to exchanging with you live on Sunday.